Hey guys, a little different place at the moment. I got talking, catching up with somebody because there was also phones are fabulous, yay! Anyways, so I was reading a question about on taking a pain because there's somebody who actually liked the idea of being hurt and pain and BDSM, flogging, spanking, all that sort of stuff. But when they first get pain inflicted on them, they're like, oh my god, no, I don't like it. I said, well, it asked about, how can I take pain? How can I get used to it? I said, well, you don't have to. That's the thing. It might just be the anticipation of it, the threat of it, the intimidation of it, just the thought of it. I mean, that doesn't mean you actually have to actually do it or like it or reach a point where you can be beaten black and blue. That's not the point. The point is actually exploring and figuring these things out. Now, I guess that's a sad thing when people say, okay, I want to be able to take pain because my dom said, or because that's what people do. I said, well, no, that's not what people do. It's kind of like, if everyone jumped off the bridge, would you do it too? If everyone cut off their arm because it was fashionable to have one arm, would you do it too? I mean, that's a bit silly. I mean, there's plenty of things that limit you if you do things like that. And it can be very limiting and unhealthy for you, depending on who and what you're doing. So on that, I'd say, well, what does the idea of it even bring to you? Like, what does it mean for you? Is it just the thought of it? And if it comes to the actual practical application, does it all really live up to what you fantasize? Because not everything can be or should be translated from a fantasy into reality, and that's the thing. Many times I say, you got to realize, you got to understand. Basically, are you fetishizing your fantasy? Are you making it so out of there and unrealistic that nothing will live up to it? And the other thing is, translating your fantasy into reality is not always an easy thing. And, practicality is obviously in reality. If you don't like the pain, you don't like pain, but the thought of it, there's a whole lot of other things. Like, you could be an emotional masochist that just likes being, the thought and the idea of it torturing you. Like, it's probably not the correct application of emotional masochist, but it's just one of those things where you could think, okay, well, I like the idea of it, but when it actually came down to really doing it, there are a lot of things I didn't think about or think of when I actually when I was fantasizing about it. So I'll keep that idea, that fantasy of it in my head, and have something similar, like the lead up all up until that particular point in time, and then it could diverge into something else. So it's more like about an intimidation thing, and about the whole, this is kind of what I would like to do and like to happen. So yeah. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm in the city now, so I'll catch you guys later. Think about that. Other things that you fantasize that are not really in line with reality, or just not possible in reality, or when you met with it in reality, it wasn't quite what you thought it was, but you still like the idea of it. You don't have to actually do it. That's the great thing about fantasies. You don't have to actually do it. Okay? Catch you guys later. Love you. Bye.